This year, as you can see, the weather hasn't stopped people from coming on out. We have over 1,000 people here today, and it's only 1:30 p.m. And this is what is left of the Tony Smith statue. As you can see, the university was quick to cover up the damage left by these vandals. Damage that will cost the university more than $500 to repair. And it's people like that Startup Week is trying to attract and even fly over to Austin to attend events such as these. This right here is probably the most important part of the training. As you can see, cadets are looking for those telltale signs of a drunk driver before making an arrest.
We bring in people, we dose them, get them intoxicated, various levels based on, some of them will be over the legal limit, some will be under the legal limit.
This is something you may not expect to see police officers doing, giving volunteers a specific amount of alcohol.
So what are you drinking?
During a period of time. That is what goes on during a DWI training for cadets.
By doing this on live subjects that have been drinking, they'll actually get to see the clues that they've been learning about all week.
The volunteers of legal drinking age bring snacks, games, and a chaperone to what seems like the perfect party before the sobriety test. This right here is probably the most important part of the training. As you can see, cadets are looking for those telltale signs of a drunk driver before making an arrest.
We want to give our cadets as much training as we can, again, just to make sure we're being as accurate as possible, because I mean, like, we are talking about people's livelihood.
A fun party is not only an important DWI lesson for an APD cadet, it is also one for the volunteers.
So I understood better when I had had so many drinks and the way I feel, and I think I'm okay to drive, you know, what would actually happen or could actually happen and what my blood alcohol content actually was, and it was really educational for me to learn what illegal feels like, you know?
This is Emily Jimenez, KXAN News.
Number one, okay.
If you've been at the University of Texas campus within the last 15 years, you may remember this guy. His name is Junior, the Wendy's guy, a legend for taking orders at a record-breaking pace.
How you doing, guy? Man, he was on fire. He was ready.
He was so fast. It was insane.
Anything else for you?
But Junior no longer works at Wendy's. Rumor has it he quit back in 2012 and was headed for home in New York. Thursday night, UT alum Benjamin McFall and his fiancée ran into him on the streets of Austin. Turns out Junior is homeless and not doing well.
It's not the Junior I remember. It's not the Junior all the UT students over the years would really recognize. So I felt like we needed to do something. I didn't anticipate this would happen at all, but I'm happy that it has.
McFall started a fundraising account on GoFundMe.com, a crowdfunding online site, in hopes that people would recognize Junior, learn how he is doing, and help him out.
The most important thing to me is that it just goes to help him better his life in some way.
Junior's GoFundMe account started early this morning with a modest goal of $2,000, but people's response has been amazing. 10 hours later, and Longhorn Nation has raised over $15,000 for Junior.
I've been in touch with a lot of people that are social workers that say that they'd like to help and make sure that it goes to helping him find a place to live.
McFall and his friends are going out to find Junior tonight. He hopes to share the news of what the people Junior once served are doing to serve him back. Emily Jimenez, Time Warner Cable News. Doors to the Austin Empty Bowl event opened at 11, and by then, almost 500 people were already lined up.
Come into the main room, you choose a bowl, you pay for it, folks choose a flavor of soup, then go to the dining tent and enjoy a communal meal. Then when they're done, they can take the bowl home as a reminder of those whose bowls are empty.
Local potters, Austinites, and schools handmake and donate the ceramic bowls year-round.
I wouldn't normally pay $20 for a bowl, but you know, it's the perfect match of, you know, doing something to help the community, and you also get something for it. So it's a no-brainer. It's just fun.
We decided many years ago that we would help to fund the Kids Cafe program at the Capital Area Food Bank, which provides a hot evening meal and after-school tutoring and a safe place for kids to go after school.
Last year's Austin's Empty Bowl had over 2,000 people show up. This year, as you can see, the weather hasn't stopped people from coming on out. We have over 1,000 people here today, and it's only 1:30 p.m.
It wasn't so bad. We all snuggled up together in line, and I actually met some really great people in line that I talked the whole way, which made it really quick.
It's not a sacrifice, it's a gift. You know, everybody feels that way. That's the neat thing about it. People are happy to do this.
They estimate more than $60,000 will be made available to help fund programs from the Capital Area Food Bank. Emily Jimenez, Texas Newswatch. 2 months ago, fines for drivers who passed school buses with flashing red lights went up from a maximum of $500 to $1,250. In Texas, more than 40,000 school buses transport 1.5 million children every school day. The risk of children getting run over by other drivers who don't obey the school bus law has the Department of Public Safety promoting awareness through Bus Safety Week.
It's just a reminder of what we already know. When school buses are stopped and the lights are flashing red, you are required by law to stop. If you do not, then you will be stopped and issued a ticket.
Last year, Texas Highway Patrol troopers issued 449 tickets for cars ignoring the red flashing light and passing school buses. This year, during Bus Safety Week, troopers rode on and tailed behind school buses to make sure other drivers stopped and followed the law.
And we did actually stop one individual that had passed a school bus. What was sad about it is that individual was an employee of the school, and they should have known better.
State officials say 840 accidents last year involved school buses. This, of course, concerns the parent whose child rides the bus every day.
That's really concerning, especially on big roads like this, because people are driving well over the posted speed limit most of the time. So if people are barreling past the school bus, they can run over a child very easily.
In Austin, Emily Jimenez, Texas Newswatch.